Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is StainV, and this is a dual com with LuCKyy. Not sure if you guys have heard of him, but he posts some pretty good gameplay and some pretty good information to help you guys improve. LuCKyy, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
So we're going to be covering a couple topics. LuCKyy contacted me, and he had some questions, and I viewed a couple of them, and they're really good, and I thought it'd be really good for us to upload it to both of our channels. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Alright, cool. I just want to start off by saying thanks for having me on your channel, StainV. Really big fan of Team Envious, longtime fanboy of that clan. And
Awesome, dude.
yeah. So Team Envious has been pretty much on the pro circuit from the beginning, am I right?
Yeah, we started back in Call of Duty 4, and I joined the team, I guess, before the first actual Pro Circuit event started, which was back in April of 2008, and I joined like a week before, and that week we scrimmed more than I've ever scrimmed in my life, and we really wanted to place. It was like our first, it was our first tournament together. We really wanted to place well, and we placed third, and we surprised a lot of people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I've definitely been, I haven't been playing with the competitive for that long, but I definitely have watched some of those videos and seen some of that gameplay. That's pretty sweet. And one other thing that, a lot of people want to know a little bit more about the actual pro players. So how long have you been playing Call of Duty? Did you start with COD 4 or did you go beyond that?
All right, so yeah, I did start with Call of Duty 4. When the game first came out, I had no idea what Call of Duty was. I was in the Halo scene since like 2006. I've been going to events for Halo, and a friend of mine was like, "You got to check this game out." And I looked it up on YouTube. I was like, "I don't know about that. It doesn't look too good." But YouTube doesn't really give you the whole story. And then I rented it, and I fell in love, and I've been playing Call of Duty ever since. So it's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice. And so did you ever, when you were like starting in the pro circuit, did you ever have any idea of how big it would become, like that, your name StainV would be pretty well known amongst the community and things like that? Did you ever know?
No, I mean, to start it off with, our goal was we wanted just to place top 8 or top 16 in the first pro circuit ladder, and we really didn't think that we had what it took to actually win and place top 4. So that first time we placed third was like a surprise, and then we really saw the potential we had, and that's where we really started getting serious. And after that, that's where I moved from California to Minnesota, and that's where we got really serious, and we had a house and stuff like that. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Another thing I want to mention is that, so Team Envious wasn't like just a COD 4 team. You guys have been on the scene ever since and been up at the leaderboards and been placing really well in tournaments for a while now. You guys were at Dallas, I believe. And what place did you guys get there?
Yeah, we placed 6 at Dallas, but going in the week before, we had roster issues, so we kind of switched out 2 players the week going in, and we prepared as much as we could, and we finished 6th, which isn't, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's really not a disappointment. So I was satisfied.
Okay, so the issues you think you had with that was just roster changes?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of chokes. I'm not sure if you watched, but when we played Optic on the main stage, they were up like 5-1, and we won like 3 maps straight. And then we had a few chokes in S&D. Hastra accidentally team killed. It was just miscommunication, and that's only because we don't have the team chemistry yet. You know what I mean? You really need to play with your team for an extended period of time before you develop that team chemistry and you're capable of competing at a professional level.
Definitely. And so you guys have a new game plan going into Columbus?
Well, with the PS3 being down for however long it was, we kind of fell out of our schedule a little bit. The competitive playlist has really been the only thing keeping me playing. Starting today, we really just started hitting it hard again. So hopefully tomorrow's a new day, and we can, get ready and focus in a short period of time and really place a lot better at Columbus than we did at Dallas.
Cool. And so your roster at Columbus you're not gonna have any more erratic roster changes this time, are you?
No, we had we had a roster change during between the events after Dallas. Miscommunication between the team, and there wasn't an understanding, and Fears had left for Optic Nation, the new team. And after we all sat down and talked, and he eventually came back, and Optic, they're fine with that. They went ahead and just found a new player, and the best of luck to them. And what's actually kind of fun is we get to, I'm not sure if you viewed the pools, but pool play for Columbus, our pool is Optic Gaming, Optic Nation, and Motivation. So he gets to play his old team, right off the bat, and two Optics get to play each other. And I mean, it should be the most interesting and entertaining pool there is.
For sure.
From Call of Duty.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. What team do you think it is that's your biggest competition?
I think everyone knows that Leverage is, the team to beat. Recently, Optic, as I've seen, they've been putting in a lot of work, and they're really improving, in my opinion, and they have what it takes to actually win Columbus. So either one of those two teams are definitely our biggest challenges going in.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of my viewers from my channel know that I've been following Team Leverage for a while now. I followed them with the very start, the MLG 4vs4 kickoff tournament on 360. Followed them through the 25K tournament, and then obviously MLG Dallas. So what do you think it is that's giving them this sort of advantage? Do you think it's chemistry or what? What is it?
I think it's pure gun skill right now. They're a really stacked roster. I used to team with Bobby and Scump back in like the beginning of the 25K ladder for PS3, and Bobby's really objective oriented, and he's really sneaky, and it's so impressive. And Scump is just, his shot's so on point. When he's on fire, he can't be stopped. And then you throw Aches in the mix, and he knows, how to play the game. And TP, he plays online from the West Coast, and that alone is preparation enough. Being able to play against top teams while playing from the West Coast, that's only going to make you even better when you go to LAN and your shots are actually connecting, because he has to play, so smart to be able to pull off the stuff he does online, that it only carries over to LAN. So they're a really strong team right now.
Yeah, definitely. And so the big question is that do you think that Team Envious will have what it takes to beat Leverage at Columbus, if that comes to that?
If we would have practiced as much as we should have during this off time between the events, I would definitely say that we have what it takes to win. But right now, I don't really have an opinion. My goal is top 3. Of course, I want to win, but I don't want to be disappointed at the same time. So hopefully we'll go in, place top 3. Of course, if we win, that's, the better. But that's my goal for Columbus.